Hey folks, how you doing? Dave McRae here. So in this video, I want to talk about my epic Halloween 4 ending. So this is what I would have loved to have seen. Seriously. So it's the ending of Halloween 4, right? The entire movie plays out as it does. And it gets to the ending of the movie. And of course, you know, they come home back to the Carruthers house and all that kind of stuff. And everything's there. Everything's fine. You got all of a sudden, there's a POV shot of something. What's going on, right? And you hear the scream from upstairs. And Dr. Loomis runs to the bottom of the stairs and he looks up and there she is. There is Jamie Lloyd standing at the top of the stairs in the clown costume with the clown mask on, with the scissors in her hand. Oh my God, holy shit. What makes that ending so epic? Well, it's come full circle. I'm one of those people that thought maybe, you know what, that should have been the end of the entire series right there. It ends on a down note. It ends on, you know, uncertainty and evil has won. Evil has won. That would have been an epic ending to the entire franchise. But anyway, and of course, Dr. Loomis holds up his gun because he can't believe it. He's like, no, he can't believe it. He knows it's starting again. Oh my God. And he holds up his gun. He was going to shoot that little girl. He was going to shoot her right there at the top of the stairs. And I'm somebody that thinks maybe he should have. Maybe they should have allowed him to unload those shots right into her torso with all kinds of squibs. Would have been amazing. Would have been amazing. Would never have got past the MPA, but it still would have been amazing. But imagine if that's what happens. He pulls out his gun and he's like, no! And Meeker tries to get to him in time, but he doesn't. And he's like, and she's like, and the blood squibs all over the place. And all of a sudden, he just keeps firing. And then, you know, you start to realize, well, hang on a sec. There's way more bullets coming out of that gun that should be coming out of that gun. It just keeps going. It's insane. It's insane. And then Meeker like comes up. He's like, Loomis, what are you doing? He's like, get away from me, you son of a bitch. And then Meeker just looks up and he sees like the squibs flying and hitting the wall and shit. And everybody gets in on it. Everybody gets in on it. Meeker pulls out his gun and he's just like, fuck it. He's like, and Jamie Lloyd continues to stand there and some pieces of skin are like flying off her and hitting the walls and everything. And then the other cops hear the gunshots from outside, right? Woo! You know what I mean? They're like, what's going on in there? They run. They can see the flashes of the light coming from the window. Like, what's going on? They run to the door. They open the door. All they see is the smoke. Oh, and they pull out their guns and they just start firing. And now you have like all these, you have like 3 police officers and like Loomis and Meeker just so, and you can't see anything anymore. You literally can't see anything anymore. It's just all this smoke on the top of the stairs and blood flying everywhere on the walls and shit. And then one of the cops like, hang on a second, I'll be back in a minute. And he goes to the trunk of his car and he gets out one of those, like, I don't know what the fuck the gun was called, but you know the gun that Jesse Ventura has in Predator? That's when he gets out. He's like, and he runs to the door. He runs to the back of the door and he's like, just unloading, and the pieces of the wall are like flying off everywhere. And Loomis is like, more, it's evil, we must not stop. And just the smoke is billowing out of the side of the door now. It's coming out of the house. You can see the smoke coming out of the house. Neighbors are coming out of their homes like, what the fuck is going on out there? And all of a sudden you hear above them, the fucking helicopters are up there shining spotlights down. It's like, holy shit. And it's nonstop. And like I said, the walls are caving in and shit. The pictures that were on there, they're falling. It's absolutely insane. And then Jamie's father's like, what are you doing to my little girl? And Loomis is like, shut up, and shoots him in the forehead. And he falls to the ground. It's like, oh my God, Loomis just shot Jamie's father. You had her. It's your fault, you goddamn son of a bitch. It's your fault. Look at this. I'm getting so in on it. My fucking hat's falling off. It's your fault. And then he turns back to the stairs and everybody is just, they don't know what the fuck they're shooting at. They have no idea what's going on. It's like in Predator where it's like, I don't know, just shoot in there. They just unload. They can't see anything. There's so much smoke. They think they see Jamie, but they're not sure. And Loomis is just, he's egging it on. Keep going. Keep going. And he's still shooting. We haven't even seen him reload. How many bullets are in that gun anyway? And all of a sudden, stop, everybody, stop. And all you hear is just, like the electrical fucking sockets in the house are like dangling. There's sparks there. The roof, where the stairs are, the roof is like caving in. The walls are completely annihilated and damaged. There's blood from Jamie's fucking torso shit. There's skin all over the place. Like, what the fuck's going on? And everything is just kind of quiet. And all you hear is the helicopter above the house. It's getting louder because it's landing on the street outside. It's landing. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Who's getting out of that helicopter? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He gets out of the helicopter. He's like, this guy, and they're like, just step back, Dutch, step back. Get back, Dutch, get back. And they can hardly see anything because there's so much like smoke and like all the it's just all over the place. But Loomis is convinced she's still up there, right? So he's like, I think she's still up there. And he races up the stairs, and Meeker's like, Loomis, no. And all you see is like his trench coat flailing behind him as he disappears into the smoke. And the shot is from behind Loomis. It's handheld, right? Very unsteady to create this kind of this urgency and this commotion kind of feeling, right? And we're following Loomis in and out of rooms down the hall, his trench coat flailing. It's kind of hard to see him because he's disappearing in the smoke and all this shit. And there's wires dangling from the walls and blood all over the place. And he's like, where are you, you damn little girl? I know you're here somewhere. It's like he's half in the bag, and he's walking around and racing down over here and shit, and we're following behind him. It's like, what the fuck's going on? You hear Meeker way in the distance, Loomis, get down here now, you son of a... And you hear Arnold way in the distance. It's like, what is going on? And then Loomis comes to the top of the stairs, and everybody's looking at him. Like all the cops, all the, they have their guns in their hands. There's that one guy with the fucking Jesse Ventura gun. He's fucking ready to go again. In fact, I think he wants to go again. And they're all there, and he's like, she's gone! She's gone! God damn it, it didn't work! And he races down the stairs, flies by the cops, out the front door, his trench coat flailing behind him, and then Loomis runs off into the darkness, down the street, away from the camera, screaming and yelling at the top of his lungs, I'm going to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in my way! Ah! And then Arnold suddenly enters frame and runs after Loomis going, that's all he's done. That's he hasn't said a word of English. It's just been, but that's all you need from Arnold. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you don't need him to speak English. And then the cops enter frame as well. And, and the squad cars, woo, and you hear the helicopter starting up. And it's starting to lift off the ground, and they're all going after Dr. Loomis. They in Dr. Loomis, they trust. They feel that he is correct, and she's out there somewhere. She escaped from the house. And they're all flying after him, because they believe that he is the man to follow. He is the man to lead them on this journey. And then, of course, we cut to inside the house, and the smoke clears, and we see little Jamie Lloyd just completely annihilated and dead on the floor. Loomis just missed her. You know, he's got bad eyesight. He couldn't see. He just missed her. She's there. She's dead. Nobody could take that. I mean, come on, let's get serious. Anyways, that was an ending that they were going to do. They shot that ending, but they decided to go with the ending that they did. And it's like, okay, well, I guess if you want to go with that ending, all right. I mean, if you really want to do it, maybe Scream Factory will release it on a 40th anniversary of Halloween 4 or something to that effect in 2028. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I have no idea. Just saying, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I mean, it's out there somewhere. I mean, come on. Would you like to see that? I know I would. Anyways, my name's Dave McRae. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, tell me what you think of that. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can at facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. That's where I tend to post in the meantime and in between time when I'm not posting here. All my links are in the description. Check them out until your heart's content. And when your heart is content, check them out again. They're also right there in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. The smoke clears. There's this mangle. It's so awful. It's so awful. Loomis is just so senile, and the cops are really dumb. Yeah, they didn't secure the house. They just leave it. You know, that's it. Father's lying dead. Woo! Dark, folks. Dark. Alrighty. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.